What can you do if you have unwanted pesticides? Pesticides that you're no longer going to use, or perhaps are in deteriorating containers, or perhaps they're not even labeled because the label has disappeared or worn off. So what can you do? Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture has a program called Chemsweep. It's a waste pesticide disposal program to properly dispose of unwanted or unneeded pesticides. It's a program designed to provide Pennsylvania farmers, but also other licensed pesticide applicators, with a free or low-cost means to dispose of either canceled pesticides, suspended pesticides, unwanted pesticides, or unusable pesticides. So, how do these pesticides accumulate? Certainly, prohibitive high cost of hazardous waste material is one possibility. You try to get rid of them, but you found out it's going to have a high price tag to dispose of these hazardous waste materials. So you felt your only option was to keep them. The other thing that happens, many pesticides are phased out each year and they're replaced with newer, less toxic products. Perhaps they're removed from the market by EPA, or they're voluntarily canceled by the manufacturer and replaced with other products. So what happens? Well, pesticide users are sometimes left with quantities of potentially dangerous and toxic chemicals. Here we see a pesticide storage area that has lots of old pesticides. Some of the containers are rusting out. There's broken bags, broken cartons. Certainly potentially dangerous and toxic. Keep in mind that improper storage can lead to environmental liability. Long-term storage in barns or garages or storage sheds and other less than appropriate areas can lead to an incredible amount of environmental liability. Also keep in mind that there's a hidden cost if you were to clean up and remove these in case the property was sold or transferred. Someone's going to have to pay to get rid of those pesticides. Another concern is storage areas that have the potential to contaminate water. You see in this picture in the background, there's a source of water. Looks like a lake or pond. Well, certainly the chemicals stored in this old barn, if they escape that barn, they can certainly contaminate the water, and now you have a huge environmental liability. There's also health and safety concerns. Broken bags and leaking chemicals. You walk into this storage area, I would be concerned for my health and safety. There's certainly dust and vapors in the air from these pesticides. Give you an idea of the historical perspective of Chemsweep, it was started in 1993 with a collection of over 29,000 pounds of pesticides from 6 counties here in Pennsylvania. It provided a means to legally dispose of waste pesticides with little or no cost to the pesticide owner. In the most recent 5-year average, it's over 78,000 pounds. In all, since 1993, there's been over 2 million pounds collected and disposed of in a proper manner. So who can participate in Chemsweep? Certainly those in traditional agriculture, but also outside of the traditional agriculture, growers, applicators, licensed pesticide companies. Now, the one key criteria is that you must be in the selected county. This is a map of the Chemsweep rotations. You see a map of Pennsylvania with the counties, and each county is given a letter. And then if you look at the bottom of the map, you see the letters correspond to a year that that county will be in the Chemsweep program. Please note that Lancaster and Chester County have 2 letters, a B/D, which means they are in the program every 2 years. So take a look at, pick your county, and you can find the dates when you will be eligible for Chemsweep. Certainly Chemsweep involves a lot of different type of users and collection of pesticides. The pesticides that are eligible must be or have been at one time registered for sale and used within Pennsylvania. If your amount that you want to dispose of is over 2,000 pounds, you will have to pay directly to the contractor at the price negotiated by PDA. Under 2,000 pounds, it is a free program funded by the Pennsylvania Department of Ag. But again, the participant must be in the selected county for that year. So what products are not accepted? Certainly oxidizers such as chlorine or bromide that are used in the swimming pool industry to treat the swimming pool water are not acceptable in this program. Neither are straight fertilizers. These are not accepted in the Chemsweep program. And of course, keep in mind the best way to get rid of pesticides is to use them according to the label directions. If you can use the product according to the label direction, that's going to be the best way to get rid of them. But in cases where you can't or you don't know what the products are, Chemsweep is your alternative. So if you have additional questions, please check out the Chemsweep page on the Pennsylvania Department of Ag website, and you can see the address there. And a special thanks for all the contributors for our photographs and graphics, and hopefully you will take advantage of the Chemsweep program. Thank you.